Hey guys, I'm Steph and welcome back to my beauty stash. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of new to me, new-ish makeup. These are items that you may or may not have seen on my channel, and I think if you've seen them, if I've used them on camera, I think I've only used them once, but I'm going to be diving into them again, and some stuff is actually brand new to me, not necessarily brand new to the market, but just new to me, new to my stash, and I want to try it out for you guys. And this video is also going to be kind of like a life chat, life update, get to know me style of video. I know some of you have asked me questions either on Instagram or in the comments just about random things, maybe about me, maybe about my life, what I do. So even though I didn't ask you guys to send me questions, I am going to answer some questions you may or may not have about me, about my channel, about my life. So I hope you find this video interesting. I think those of you who've watched my channel for a while, you might know the answers to these questions. And those of you that are new to my channel, hi, welcome. So happy to have you here. Hopefully you'll just learn a little bit more about me and just watch me try on some new-ish makeup. And of course, I will have everything that I'm using on camera linked in the description box of this video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's get started, guys. If you want to see this full face of new-ish makeup in my stash, then keep on watching. So I'm going to start off first with primer, and I'm going to go in with this one from Flower Beauty. This is called the Supernova Celestial Priming Whip Base. It's a mousse. It's a mousse type of primer, and you do have to shake it, and this comes out like a mousse. And you only need very little. That's probably even too much. I think it says to use like a nickel size amount, but there's no way I can get like a nickel amount out of that. It's always gonna pump out more, but that's okay. I'll just work some on my neck. This is a very hydrating primer. It's also going to be blurring, and it's just cool. It's just cool to apply it. And it does leave the skin with a little bit of a glow, which you guys know I love. And there is a little bit of tackiness to it, which is great because that's going to help the foundation grip to the primer and make it last longer. All right, now for foundation, we're gonna go in with another drugstore product, and this is the new one from Uoma Beauty by Sharon C. This foundation is called Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation, and I am using the shade Fair Lady T4. You can find this Uoma Beauty by Sharon C brand at Walmart, which is where I picked this one up. I have already reviewed this as well as the Flower Beauty primers, so if I have a video that corresponds with any of the products I'm using, I'm definitely going to have it linked up above, or I'll have it linked in the description box of this video in case you want to check it out. Now to apply this foundation, I'm going to use this new brush from IT Cosmetics. This is not the Love is a Foundation brush for 2021. I haven't seen that one yet in stores. This is the one I picked up from QVC, and it was part of the IT Cosmetics Today Special Value. Actually, my mom picked it up and she gave me the brush, and this brush is the Heavenly Luxe Foundation brush. Now, I have the original one, which is like a two-sided brush. It has a concealer brush on one end, and then it has this brush on the other. This is just a single brush, but it is the same as the original. All right, guys, so where do I start? Okay, so you guys know I'm 39. I live in South Texas. I've lived in South Texas my entire life. I am Hispanic. I have been an educator for going on 17 years now. This is actually my 17th year in education. What else would you all like to know? That's why, if you all have asked me, like, how do you do all of your videos? How do you get them up so fast? Well, the summer was easy because I was off. I was off for 2.5 months in the summer, so, you know, it was easy to film and edit and get my videos up, and that's why sometimes you saw me uploading every day, sometimes every other day. I'll admit, guys, now that I've been back at work for the last couple weeks, things are getting a little hectic. Not necessarily because I bring work home. I usually don't. I get my work done at work. But just finding a balance, you know, finding a balance to film, to edit, to keep up with my workouts, because that's definitely something that declined when I started my channel. I stopped working out just because I couldn't get that balance together. You know, I couldn't find time for everything. So now what I do is as soon as I get home from work, I change into my workout clothes. And I'm blessed that I have a gym here at my house. Like, I built myself a gym a few years back. I actually used to be a certified personal trainer. And I did have like a little home-based business where I would train clients. So that is why I have a pretty nice home gym. And I have everything I need. I have everything I need to get a full workout in. Like, there is just no excuse. All I have to do is go upstairs and I have a full gym. So I told myself 4 times a week I need to make it a priority to exercise. And so far I've been doing good. I did 4 days this week, 5 days last week. And even if all I do is 30 minutes of cardio, it's something. And that's my minimum. My minimum is 30 minutes of exercise. So been able to keep up with that. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a new to me concealer, and this is from Kosas. This is a very popular concealer, and I don't have the full name on here. I wanna say it's the, is it Radiant Creamy Concealer? I'll have the full name down here, but I've been liking this. I've used it twice this week. I picked this up when I picked up the Huda Beauty Wild Obsessions palettes, which you guys have seen me do videos on both of the palettes I picked up. I picked up Python and Jaguar. And so far, I've been really, really enjoying it. Now, going back to like my daily routine, my work, and all of that, another reason why it's so easy for me to just, you know, balance, I guess, filming, having a full-time job, and then having this YouTube channel, because definitely having this YouTube channel, guys, it is more work than my full-time job is. Like, no joke. Having a YouTube channel is definitely a lot of work. It is a huge commitment. And yeah, like it's fun work. I enjoy it very much, but it's definitely time consuming. So one of the reasons why I'm able to keep up, you know, to do all this stuff is because I don't have kids. You know, that having kids is a full-time job as well. So kudos to all of you out there who have a full-time job, who have a YouTube channel, and who have a family on top of that. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know where you find the time. I would be going insane if I had to do all of that. So I don't know that I would, I guess, upload as much if I had the responsibility of children. Because yeah, I mean, that in itself is just a full-time job. But I'm not married. And one day I hope to be married, but definitely not right now. I'm too busy. I guess I'm too busy still working on myself. I still have things that I want to do, things that I want to accomplish. I know for sure I don't want to have children. Like, that has never been something that was in me to have kids. Like, I've never had that desire. I'm an only child, so I didn't grow up around, you know, kids or anything like that. I don't know what it is to babysit. I never did any of that. So maybe that's why I don't feel that little tug on my heartstrings when it comes to having children. But you know, I am a teacher. I do teach at the secondary and collegiate level. So I guess they're my kids. That's enough for me. Now I'm gonna go in with the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Finishing Powder, and I'm going to use this to set my under eye area. Now, another question that I know I've gotten, and I think I get this more so from like people that actually know me or people that I meet in person, is why did you start a YouTube channel? How did you get started with it? But whenever I get asked like why I started a YouTube channel, what was the driving force behind it? And it was all because, you know, a couple of my friends encouraged me to do so. And I had just finished my doctorate degree in educational leadership, and I was done. Now I'm gonna go in with the Laura Gellar. This is the Baked Balance and Glow Foundation in the shade Light. So I had finished school. I was actually looking for a job in educational administration, educational leadership, but guys, I looked for a job for a long time. I looked for a job for like 4 or 5 years, and I went on dozens of interviews, but nothing just worked out, you know? I never got to that call that said, hey, you know, we're gonna recommend you or whatnot. And if you didn't know, I'm sure you know by now how political school districts can be. So that was okay, you know? I didn't understand it then when I was out there applying and then just being rejected so many times. Like, that kind of gets to you after a while, but I understand it now. And I know why none of those interviews led to a career advancement in education. And that's because I don't think that's where I belong. This is where I belong. Like, I totally feel at home here. Like, I feel like this is my calling. And it's a very strange, I don't want to say strange, it's a good feeling, but I guess it's a strange feeling at the same time when you finally realize your calling, your purpose, what you belong doing. And I could not be more happy, more confident, more optimistic about the place where I'm at in my life and here on my channel. Like, this is really where God wants me, and I 110% know that, and I could not be more blessed than to be doing what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place Bronzing Duo, and I have the shade Medium in this. So as far as like my teaching career goes, I'm pretty much just set. Like, I've decided that I'm just gonna keep teaching and you know, see what happens with this channel, see how much I can grow. I mean, ultimately I would love to make this my full-time job, but yeah, I'm nowhere near that right now. I'm nowhere near being able to make this my primary source of income. So I'm just very happy, very grateful that being an educator allows me the time to do this on the side, because believe me, you know, we do have nice vacation. We do have good schedules. You know, I'm home every day, definitely before 5 o'clock. So I still have time during the week to do videos, to edit videos, and definitely, you know, of course, I have weekends off. So yeah, very happy with that. I used to coach. I used to be a coach, and I actually let go of my coaching gig because of this channel, because I wanted to dedicate more time to it, and I will say that it has definitely paid off. Definitely paid off. And another way I know like that God is just, you know, guiding my path is I got monetized last year. It was last summer when I got monetized. When you coach at a school, obviously you're compensated for that. I was compensated on a monthly basis, and I was a little worried. I was like, you know, am I gonna be able to live with that money, you know, no longer in my paycheck? Is my channel gonna be able to make up that amount? And guys, the first month that I was without that extra pay in my paycheck, I kid you not, my first Google paycheck was about $30 less than what I was getting from coaching. So I was blown away. I was just so thankful, so grateful, and I knew I had made the right decision. Like, I took that leap of faith, it paid off. And, you know, I'm just so thankful to you guys, everybody out there who watches, because I get a monthly check now. I get a monthly check now from Google, and I'm doing what I love to do. And yes, it's very hard time. It's not hard work. I mean, it's hard work in the sense that it's time consuming. It's not hard in the sense that it's, you know, that it's very complex thinking, critical thinking and all of that. But you have to be creative, you know, you have to be dedicated. You have to be self-motivated, especially because, you know, you got to keep up. You got to keep up with everything going on. Everything has been working out, guys. You know, do I have ups and downs? Sure. Do I have bad days? Yes. But I definitely have way more good days than I have bad days. And the one thing, guys, that I will tell you is I don't get down on myself. I never allow myself to get depressed, to get down, to feel worried. Yes, I worry, but I shake it off. And that has helped me so much because I don't dwell on the bad. I'm just, you know what? I got things to do. I got things to do. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Just keeping the end goal in mind. I've really just been able to kind of drown out the negativity and just focus on what I want. Focus on the things that I want to do, on my goals, what I want to accomplish. And thank God, you know, I wouldn't be able to do it without God's help. So now I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics. What is this? This is the Luminous Rouge Blush in the shade Loverboy. It is a loose powder blush. I've only used this, I think this is a second or third time that I use this. I know I've only used it once on my channel. And this is just a really pretty, like a peachy pink type of shade. I think this is definitely going to go with the looks. I'm going to create two looks today. I have two eyeshadow palettes. They're both from Glamlite. And one is newer than the other. But I've been wanting these two palettes for so long. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, you probably already know which ones they are because I did post them last weekend on my Instagram. I thought I was going to be able to film with them last weekend and then I wasn't. But here we are this weekend and I cannot wait to film with them. I haven't even swatched them, so I definitely have to do that. All right, we definitely have a nice wash of color going on here. I am going to go in with a little bit more of that Laura Geller powder, but first I want to do a little bit of highlighter. I got this Too Faced highlighter in a recent QVC purchase. It was like, what was it called? It was like a mixed bag of like try the brand, like different products just to try the brand out. Some were full size, which this is a full size highlighter, and some of the other items were travel size. But I remember that little pack up was like 29 bucks. Like it was a really good deal. And this was one of the items in here. This is that diamond highlighter, and this one is in the shade Diamond Fire. I know a lot of people enjoy this highlighter. I had never tried it before. It seems to kind of be like a holographic type of highlighter, which I don't mind. It has like blue, purple, green reflex in it. I can do that. That's fine. There's definitely no glitter in this one. You probably can find this already like at TJ Maxx or Marshall's because it's not a new one at all. Like it's been out for a while. Now I'm going back in with this Laura Geller powder, just to kind of set everything, mesh everything together. I'm going to spray a little bit of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm going to take care of my eyebrows off camera. There's no way I can talk and do eyebrows at the same time. So I'll be right back and we'll start on the eye look. All right, guys, brows are on. I did add some lipstick. The lipstick is from Jaclyn Cosmetics, and this is her matte liquid lipstick in the shade Gratitude. And then I went in with a little bit of Glamlite Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Champurrando. So I'm using Glamlite for a reason, because we're going to be using these two Glamlite eyeshadow palettes today. I have to create a look with each of them, guys. I've been dying to use these palettes ever since I got them last weekend. The Cake palette is not a new palette, but it's one that so many people have raved about, and I had been wanting to add this to my stash for quite some time, and I'm glad that I finally did. I mean, I love collecting Glamlite eyeshadow palettes because the packaging, the presentation, as well as the pigmentation and just quality of the shadows is top notch. Like, I love this brand, and this is what the gorgeous palette looks like. It's definitely a fun rainbow palette. I cannot wait to dive into this one. And then one of the newest palettes to Glamlite is this Red Velvet Cupcake eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like right here. So really, really pretty color story. I can't wait to dive into both of them. I hope this lipstick goes with both of the shades, but you know, I just wanted to do something neutral. I also picked up this Suva Beauty. This is the UV Brights Cake Liner palette. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these pigments glow in the dark. So basically what this is, it's a water activated eyeliner, and I like that it comes with a brush. And I ordered this because I watched my friend Deb from Vinyl Beauty using some of her Suva Beauty eyeshadow pigments, and she was just going on and on about them. And I had asked this in the comment section before I had listened to the end of her video. I asked what other brands she recommended other than Suva Beauty, and at the end of the video she answered my question by saying this is the only brand she uses because she trusts this brand, and I just went ahead and ordered it right after watching her video. She didn't have this particular palette. She was using one of their newer palettes, but I wanted something that was going to give me more of the primary colors, so that's why I went with this one. So we'll see if I use this one. Not too sure if I'll be able to, but I will definitely try to incorporate it in at least one of the looks today. Now, I also primed my eyelids already, and I used the new one from Glamlite. This is their Icing eyeshadow base, and I have the shade Classic Vanilla in this one. So let's go ahead and start with the Cake palette. You do get a mirror on the other side. What shade do I want to go in with? I'm not going to do anything like pink or berry toned since we're going to have those shades in the Red Velvet Cupcake palette. The shades that are really popping out at me right now are this little quad right here. So I think I'm going to start off with Icy Mint. And I'm taking this shade on a BK Beauty 206. Okay, so now what else would you all like to know? I should have asked you guys this, and I could have just been answering all of the questions. I guess I'll talk a little bit about the area where I live, because it's been on the news a lot lately. I live in deep South Texas. So I'm pretty sure if you all have been watching the news here pertaining to the US, you guys have seen the influx in immigrants that we have coming in at the southern border. I live along the southern border, okay? I'm sure you guys have heard of the cities or the towns, McAllen, La Jolla, Mission, Wesco. Those are all areas that I live amongst. I live and work amongst those cities. So we're a cluster of small towns, and it's called the Rio Grande Valley. So if you want to Google it, you can get a better idea as to where I'm located. But I'm located just east of McAllen, Mission, and La Jolla, which are the main cities that have been in the news lately. I personally have not seen or witnessed any of the, you know, immigrants in my area or anything like that related to what's going on down there. I mean, I don't live next door to where all of this is happening, but it is in my community. I personally have not been affected by it, but I'm sure at some point I am going to encounter something, but I have not up until this point. You know, my heart goes out to these people. I can't imagine what it was like just getting here or making the decision to come here. But at the same time, you know, I'm also a little bit worried. You know, I'm worried about the area that I live in, and you know, what kind of impact this is going to have on our community. But you know, I do empathize with these people and, you know, their situation. I just, again, I can't imagine what it's like to be in that situation. So I'm just hoping that everything gets resolved in a in a timely, orderly fashion. That's all I can pretty much say about that. Now, love that shade, by the way. Now I'm gonna deepen it up with Birthday Cake, and I'm gonna be working that in the crease and on the outer corner. Now I know some people have asked me, like, what is it like teaching during, you know, COVID times, and, you know, what's going on as far as like safety protocols and all that stuff. All I can say is I feel safe. I feel safe in my classroom. I feel safe at work. You know, we are instructed to wear masks, both the staff and students. And, you know, I'm wearing a mask. I don't mind wearing the mask. Is it cumbersome? Yes. But is it going to help? Hopefully, you know, anything that we can do to protect ourselves and protect others, you know, I'm willing to do it. I don't feel, you know, any way about wearing the mask. I don't mind wearing it, you know. If that's what my job requires, then you know what, that's what I'm gonna do, you know. And I really hate to see all of the indifference, you know, regarding masks. Like, I totally understand both sides of the argument, believe me, and I'm not here to advocate for one or the other. All I'm saying is, you know, I'm gonna wear one, not just because I'm told to wear one. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And, you know, but again, I completely understand both sides of the argument. Like, I 100% understand that. This is looking really nice. Like, this palette is really doing a good job. Like, this is a really pretty blend that I'm getting. Really love these colors together. All right, now what I want to do is, I think I want to just keep it all blue. I'm going to go in with Blue Raspberry, and I'm going to take that on my finger first. And that's what it looks like. Just going to apply it right here. That is a very pretty shade. Now I'm going to go in with a Morphe M124, and I did spray it just to get a better placement of the shade. Now I know some of you have asked me what it was like traveling during this time, and I did travel internationally. It wasn't just here in the US, and I have to say, and I've gotten this question in person as well from some of my colleagues, I have to say I felt completely safe, guys. Like, I didn't feel unsafe at any point during the entire travel process. On the plane, we all had to wear our masks. I chose to wear one of those KN95 masks on the plane, and they were still serving beverages, although the beverages served were non-alcoholic. There were snacks. They actually gave us a lot of snacks. The flight was like almost a 4-hour flight, and they loaded us up with snacks. So that I have to give United Airlines. Amazing job with all of the snacks. Loved them. I think I even still have a few in my backpack. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade Chocolate along the lower lash line. And then when we got to the resort, we went to, for those of you that don't know, I traveled to the Dominican Republic, to Punta Cana. And we stayed in an all-inclusive, adults-only resort. I had told my friend, I said, look, I said, we're only gonna do one excursion, and that's it, just to kind of minimize our outings, just to keep ourselves there at the resort, where we know it's clean, we know we're, you know, amongst the same group of people, and where we don't really have to worry about being transported from one place to the other. So we had agreed upon that actually when we booked, you know, the vacation. So at no point during the stay at the resort did we ever feel like, oh, you know, this is dirty, this is not clean. Everything was spotless. I mean, you talk precautions taken, These people were taking every precaution necessary, and I believe the resort was only at 70% capacity. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This one is called Dusa De Leche, and the brush I've been using is a BK Beauty 207. I'm using the same brush for the shade. So even when we would go eat, because the resort has like 6 or 7 different restaurants to choose from, everything was spaced out. Like you could definitely tell they didn't have or weren't using the same amount of tables as they once did. Yeah, everything was clean. Everybody was wearing a mask as far as the staff is concerned. And they did tell us we needed to wear a mask when we were gonna be like in the lobby or, you know, walking through the restaurant upon entry. There were signs up around the resort to wear a mask, and we had no problem with that whatsoever. And as far as like the recreation on the grounds, the main swimming pool closed at 6, so it was closing a lot earlier than it normally would. And the beach chairs and stuff, they were wiping those down like you wouldn't believe. And there were signs on the ones that were good to go, and they were really spaced out. I mean, they were working really hard to ensure our safety, so that I do have to give them. Now for the inner corner highlight, I don't know if cinnamon kind of looks like it might be a little dark. I'm gonna try banana up here. And I'm using a damp Rephr 03. And then in order for us to come back to the States, we had to produce a negative COVID test. So again, we knew all of this going in when we booked our vacation. So the resort actually was conducting COVID screenings. So we tested the day before we left. We had an appointment, like we had to schedule everything. Like you talk about organization. I mean, these people were organized, you know, they were prepared for their guests. And so we took our test that morning, and then we got our results that afternoon, and that's what we used in order to come back home. And then we uploaded our documents to the United Airlines website, to the area where, you know, it asked for that information. And that was it. Both my friend and I are vaccinated, and neither one of us has ever tested positive for the virus. So thank God for that. And everything was smooth. We had no complications. Neither one of us ever felt unsafe. Again, everything was really clean. We loaded up on our hand sanitizer, and for not having traveled in 2 years, because I didn't go anywhere in 2020, it was definitely a nice getaway. All right, now I'm gonna add just a little bit of eyeliner and some lashes, and I will be right back to show you all the completed look. All right, guys, this is the completed look using the Glamlite Cake eyeshadow palette. What do you guys think? And I did add some Ioni lashes, and if you guys are unfamiliar with Ioni lashes, run to your local Dollar Tree, because these beauties are only $1. That's it, $1 only. This is the style that I have on. This is new to my stash. I got these a couple weeks ago. This style is called the 3D Faux Mink Wispy Full Dramatic. $1, guys, $1. Guys, these hold up. These hold up really well. I have pairs there that I've worn easily 10 times, no issues whatsoever. For $1, definitely pick up a few when you see them, because these sell out fast. And for my black eyeliner, which is what I have on the top lash line, it's my go-to Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid eyeliner. And then for the lower waterline, I went in with this one from LA Girl, and it is their Shockwave liner in the shade Gold Metal. All right, let's start creating a look with the Red Velvet Cupcake eyeshadow palette. This is a beautiful color story, and I think I'm gonna start off with this shade right here. And to apply this shade, I'm using a BK Beauty 202. This is a very pretty, very pigmented shade. I love it. All right, the next question I get asked a lot is, how do I drink so much water? I know that's a totally random question, but believe me, I get asked a lot. I think I get asked more so in person, but I have filmed a video. It was very early on when I started my YouTube channel, and that video is entitled How to Drink a Gallon of Water a Day, and that is exactly what I do, guys. I drink water all day long, from the minute I wake up in the morning till maybe about an hour before I go to bed. I'm drinking water. And yes, I drink other things in between, like unsweet tea, which I have right here, but water is always at the forefront. I tend to not drink caffeine like in the afternoon, definitely not after 3 o'clock. I just keep it water. I started drinking all this water when I was about, I guess maybe 28 or 30, and I'm 39 right now. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This shade is called Super Moist. Guys, and I was one that never drank water, like never. I grew up drinking Cokes, you know, Dr. Pepper, Coke. That's what I grew up on. So it was really hard to start getting into like drinking that much water. But now, like, I can't go without it. You know, I don't know how some people can only drink, you know, 1 or 2 bottles of water a day. Like for me, I'd be dying of thirst. And drinking a lot of water, like I can really see an improvement in my skin. I definitely have more clarity. I definitely feel like my skin is a little bit brighter, a little bit maybe extra hydrated, although I don't completely know how drinking a lot of water affects like the moisture level on your skin. Because I know people that drink just as much water as I do and they have dry skin. So I'm not sure the correlation between the two, but I know for me, like I feel it has helped. And it just, you know, I feel healthy and I just feel like cleansed, you know? I don't feel like I'm holding on to excess waste. And yes, I'm always in the bathroom because I'm always drinking water, but I don't mind. I don't mind at all. And I'm just used to it, you know? I don't even drink coffee in the morning. I drink water. I've never been a coffee drinker. And I'll have that video linked up above in case y'all want to check it out, because I do take you through my day. And I have this gallon water jug that I got on Amazon, and it tracks your water consumption for the day. Like it tells you, okay, 9 a.m. you should be here, 10 a.m. you should be here, 3 p.m. you should be here, you know? So it kind of just helps to keep you accountable, you know, keep you on track with your water consumption. Now, I think I drink a little bit more on the days that I work out versus the days that I don't. And right now I am trying to get in 4 to 5 days a week. So now I want to do some lower lash line work, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And I'm taking that on a BK207. Now, another question that I've been getting asked a lot lately is about my hair. Now that I'm back at work, I've been getting, you know, a lot of compliments, and then people just asking, you know, about my hair color, what made me do it, so on and so forth. And to be honest, guys, and I think I mentioned this in one of my videos, like I just randomly said, okay, I'm gonna do purple. Just out of the blue. I was gonna do platinum, which I'm actually fixing to go back to platinum in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So purple is gonna be gone for a while. This was just something I wanted to do for the summer. But now that I'm already back at work, you know, I'm ready just to go back to something a little bit more traditional, I guess. And so you guys will be seeing me with platinum hair again very soon. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and keep it really close to the lower lash line. And I'm using a Rephr 03. But I get asked about the color, which I am so sorry. I cannot tell you exactly what color it is. My hairstylist is the one that did this for me, but I do know she used Matrix, and she mixed 2 different shades, and it is a semi-permanent hair color. Guys, this hasn't really faded either. You know, I have done a little bit of touch-ups with the Lime Crime Unicorn hair color. We'll have that linked along with the shade name that I use to kind of just touch up on the roots. But you can see my roots up here, like my natural hair color is coming in. And since that part is not bleached, it doesn't necessarily pick up that lime crime color that well. Like that product washes out really easily. So if you're looking for something that's going to still give you a fun color, but it's not going to be a permanent commitment, kind of like what this was, I would definitely check out those Lime Crime Unicorn hair colors, because they have a lot of fun colors and they're inexpensive, but they do work. And you can at least get a good week or two of a fun color. All right, now we need to do something shimmery on the lid. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I am gonna use my finger to start off. That's what it looks like. Ooh, I felt a little bit of fallout. I'm getting a little bit of fallout. Focusing that right here, like on the inner to middle portion. And now I'm gonna pick up this shade right here. And I'm gonna focus that out here. That is a very, very pretty color. Now, another question I get asked a lot is, what do I do with all my makeup? It's a very reasonable question to ask. And the truth is, and I think I've showed you guys this already, I have a lot of makeup, obviously, but I have a room in my house dedicated, I'm going in with that shade over here, dedicated to housing the majority of my makeup. And you see these white shelves behind me? I do have 6 of those shelves, I have 8 of those shelves in what I call my beauty room. And I used to film in that room, and over this past summer, actually at the beginning of the summer, I switched to this new location in my house, which is a lot cooler. And the reason why I switched is because the AC that I have in that beauty room, it's one of those window units, and it just makes too much of a humming sound, and it really comes up on the audio. Which, by the way, I left my fan on and I just turned it off. So I'm so sorry if there's gonna be a humming sound for some of this video. Yeah, I usually don't forget to turn that off, but I'm so sorry if the audio isn't that great for part of this video. But that's why I moved over here to this different location in my house, because it's definitely a lot cooler. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm gonna take that on a damp Morphe M124. So in my beauty room, I have all the makeup stored on the white shelves that you see behind me. And then I did bring some of it out over here to this filming room. I'm actually in my old dining room. So what I did is I moved my dining table and stuff to my living room, since that was, you know, a rather large room. So I have the 2 in 1, and then I converted this room into my filming room. And this room is great because it has like all this section and all this section are floor to ceiling windows. So I do get some really good light in here, and it's really close to my back door where I can go outside, swatch some things, and then come back in and continue filming. So I really like it a lot. Let me add some liner and the other lash, and I will be right back to show you all this completed red velvet cupcake look. All right, guys, this is the completed look with the red velvet cupcake palette. I really like the way it came out. Guys, this eye always gives me trouble as far as like it watering on me, and then I get a little bit of eyeliner transfer. So if it looks a little dark right there, it's just because my eye got a little bit watery. It's just allergies. That's what I attribute it to. So I like the way this look came out. Again, I popped on the other Ioni lash, same Wet n Wild breakup proof liquid liner. And for the lower waterline, I went in with this NYX Epic Wear eyeliner. This one is in the shade Pink Spirit. Now, going back to what I was saying about what do I do with all of my makeup, I actually give some away. So Monday, for example, I am going to be giving away some of the items that I got in the Wet n Wild and Saved by the Bell collection. I'm going to be giving away 3 of the lip kits because I already have 3 of my own. So one of my friends from work, she watched that video and she said, I love the video. And I told her, well, what do you love from it? So I can give you some of the stuff. And she mentioned the lip kits. So I am going to give her all 3, as well as the extra little cosmetics bag that I got. And then earlier in the week, I gave some to one of my other friends that stopped by. So I do give a lot away, especially the makeup that I have duplicates of. I mean, there is no reason for me to have more than one blush or more than one bronzer, because the chances of me getting through it before it expires are slim to none. So I definitely don't mind giving when I can. And then I just store it. I keep the makeup because I do need to reference it at some point. And that's one thing that everybody asks me, why do you keep it, you know? And I keep it because I do use it for reference. Even though some of it might be expired, I might not necessarily be using it on my face, but I at least have it to swatch, or I at least have it to show you guys as a comparison. So that's why I have this massive collection of just all things makeup. That and because I just love buying makeup. Like, that is my thing to buy right now. All right, now to wrap up this look and this video, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very long video, I'm going to go in with the, speaking of this collection, the Wet n Wild and Saved by the Bell Wanna Wrestle AC Slater Setting Spray. How cute is this? And this is one of the things that I didn't buy as an individual. I did receive it as PR from Wet n Wild, and look at that mister. It's very, very fine. Feels good, it smells good. It has a really pleasant scent to it, and it has that extra fine mister. I love this one, and look at how cute he is, Mario Lopez. Love this setting spray. Happy I have it in my stash. All right guys, so this is the completed double look of this new to me or new-ish makeup in my stash, as well as a little get to know me video. I know I didn't ask you guys to send me questions. I promise I will do that for the next video. Maybe if this channel ever gets to 20,000 subscribers, maybe then it'll be time to do another get to know me video, because I'm sure a lot is going to change in my life from now until that point. Right now though, my goal, my eyes are set on 10K before the end of the year. And I want to thank you guys so much. Those of you who have subscribed, who watch my videos, who give them that thumbs up, who take the time to comment on my videos. Just know that each and every one of you, you guys mean so very much to me. And I would not be here if you guys were not here with me. And guys, I know I've never met you all in person. One day I would love to meet as many of you all as I could. I think that would be like, that would be so awesome. But just know, guys, that your time, because that is the most you can give somebody. Like, forget money. Your time is more valuable than anything. And the fact that you give me your time, it really does. It means a lot to me, guys. I appreciate it more than you all will ever know. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.